All right, so converse of the Pythagorean theorem is if three sides of a triangle satisfy a squared plus b squared equals c squared, then the triangle is a right triangle. So basically, you're going to get three numbers. You're going to substitute them into the Pythagorean theorem. If both sides are equal, then it is a right triangle. If they're not equal, well, it's not a right triangle. All right, so here we go. First example. The only thing you really need is first to identify which one is C. Now remember, C is your largest side. So if this were to be a right triangle, C must be that 8. So I'm going to substitute this in the Pythagorean theorem. 4 squared plus 4 squared. I'm going to see, does this equal 8 squared? So then I take my calculator. 4 squared is 16 plus 16 equals 64. Add them together, 32. Is this true? No, it's not. So determine if this can be a right triangle. All we gotta say is no. Okay. So there's our first one. Number 2. All right, so same thing. I got 3 numbers. First, got to figure out which one's C. That's the largest one. 29 is our C. So I got 20 squared plus 21 squared. I'm going to see, does this equal 29 squared? 20 squared is 400. 21 squared, 441. Does this equal 29 squared, which is 841? And if I do add those together, I do get 841 equals 841. So yes, this is in fact a right triangle. All right. So you understand what we're doing here? You take the 3 numbers, substitute them into the Pythagorean theorem. If both sides are equal, yes, it's a right triangle. If they're not, no, it's not. First, you got to identify that C. It's your biggest number there. All right, so you're going to do 3 and 4. We're going to look at 5 to start class. So go ahead, turn on the back. The only thing different, or only other thing possible is they could give you a picture and it looks like a right triangle, but you just got to test it out. So again, identifying that C, that's going to be right here or also across from where you think that right angle should be. So same thing now. 9 squared plus 12 squared. Does this equal 15 squared? Well, 9 squared is 81. 12 squared is 144. Oops. And then 15 squared, that is 225. Then I got to add 81 plus 144. Hey, guess what? That's 225. So this first one is yes. All right, we'll go ahead and do 7 together. Same thing here. That's about where it should be, so my C is going to be that 16. So here I go. 10 squared plus 2 radical 39 whole thing, parentheses, squared equals 16 squared. So now I type this in. 10 squared is 100. Now notice I have 2 radical 39 squared. All that's being squared. So I take my calculator, and what I do is I do 2 radical 39. I hit enter. And then after I hit enter, I hit the square. So what comes down is ANS with a little 2 above it. That means I'm squaring that whole number. Because 2 radical 39 squared, it's going to get you 156. Oops, and then we got to do 16 squared. So 16 squared is good old 256. And hey, guess what? These two added together is 256. Wow, that's bad. 5 equals 256. So yes, hey, that one's a right triangle too. All right, so you're going to also do 8 and 9. So you have to come in class with 3, 4, 8, and 9 done, and we'll look at number 5. All right, and then we'll go from there. All right, see you guys tomorrow.